So, as I've gotten more mature, right? Like, I'm almost 32, and it had me thinking about this idea of maturity, right? Because as I'm more mature, a lot of people would consider me immature, right? Because, like, my personality, um, what do they call it? Whimsy or bubbly or something like that. Where, like, I can have a bubbly personality, right? Especially when, like, my peace is not fucked with and, like, whatever. Like, naturally, I'm just, like, in a good mood usually. Um, but that makes people think that I'm immature. But even when I was 21, 22, like, I was probably more mature than most people, even though it looked like I was very immature. And what I mean is, I had this conversation with my daughter just like the other day, where, like, because a lot of people would consider me immature, and I said to her, I was like, well, what's more mature than preparing for your death? Like, since 20 years old, I have been preparing for my death, right? What is more mature than that? And it's like, I feel like we have maturity confused with responsibility. Because, yeah, you can say you have more responsibility that makes you more mature. But you can have a shit ton of responsibilities and still not know how to handle your own emotions. You could still be the type of man that screams and rages. You can still, like, I don't know how to explain it. You could still be the type of dude that's fearing death and, like, all this shit. Like, how is that mature? Just like someone can say, you're broke, so you need to start being more mature and taking your finances more seriously. And I can look at them and say, hey, why are you rich, but you're talking about you have anxiety and depression? I healed that. Isn't it maturity to heal your own depression and anxiety and to heal your own anger issues and to heal your own mind? Isn't that pretty mature? Like, isn't it mature to say at 20, 21 years old that I'm going to make it my life's duty to work on myself and become the best version of myself? Isn't that mature? Even though when I was 21, 22, I looked very immature. But isn't it very mature to make a 10-year plan and follow it through the whole way? No matter what? Like, what is maturity? What the fuck are humans talking about? Like, just because I'm still fun and I still can dance and be me and I'm loose and, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like humans mistake maturity for, like, being traumatized and stiff and miserable and serious. Like, yes, I'm getting older, so I have to take things a little more seriously. But, like, at the same time, bro, I am never gonna let reality fuck me up to the point where I lose my inner child, where I lose my inner self, what I really am. Because I think that's what we really are deep down to our core. We are that childlike soul thing. Everything else is just added on top of us. The hardening of life starts to harden us. And, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I've been learning about finances more. And I've been learning about, everyone in the world says, get a job. But they don't even know what to do with money after they get the job. All they know is to pay the bills. And, like, they don't get it. So I've been trying to get it before I get it. Like, I'm trying to get it mentally before I get it physically. But people don't get it. Because to me, that is real maturity. Getting it. Understanding. Building a consciousness and making that your responsibility to build your mind. Right? What is more mature than building your own mind and making that your responsibility? Like, because it's this thing, bro. Like, it just really had me thinking. Like, that most people are trying to be mature instead of actually being mature. Like, they're trying to look it. Like, I don't care what I look like. You know, it's that thing where people have this idea where it's like, you get older, you got to start dressing mature. They're like, oh, you know, you got to get, you know, nice suits and nice this, and, you know, you still dress like a college person, or you still dress like a this. Like, bro, you think like, that's called conformity, not maturity. Like, I'm me. And what is more mature than building you and making sure you're you? And it goes back to, what is more mature than making sure you are the real you when death comes knocking at your door? And it's so funny, because I'm talking about death so much, it's going to make some people click off the video because that topic is uncomfortable for people. But I mean no disrespect, but if you can't talk about death, then how mature are you? Like, because it goes back to, what is more mature than preparing for your death? I made a video a long time ago, like 4 or 5, 6 years ago, talking about, I'm just preparing for my death. Not that I want to die. Like, I could die when I'm 99 or 199. Regardless, to me, life is a stage that's preparing us for something, and I'm using the time here to prepare me for that something, and the something that's going to happen to all of us is death. So I figured that should probably be what I'm preparing for. But if I'm prepared for that, then I can probably be prepared for any problem that happens in the human world, right? But that's just the way my mindset is on reality. And it's like, even though I've looked mature, I've had this mindset since I was 20. So, like, what is mature? Now that I look mature, they say I'm mature, but just because someone looks mature doesn't mean they're mature. So, like,